These bottle babies are insufferable. I just fed them and they won't stop trying to chew on me. Trust me, girls, I also wish your mom was here to take care of you. So I sat here and observed her for a while. I have to get the ham going. I also have to run to the store, so I can't sit here forever. So I ended up trimming her hooves while I had her tied up. I also gloved up and did an internal exam to make sure that there wasn't a third one. Because sometimes, like if a third one dies in gestation, it may take it a little bit longer for it to come out. So after a couple of bad experiences, I just do that as a precaution now to make sure that everything is okay internally and that there's no stragglers. That white lamb, I made a comment about how he was so large. I weighed him. He's 10 pounds, 11 ounces. That's crazy for a Katahdin. Mine usually, I don't have any bigger than like 9 pounds. Unless it's, like a single. I think the biggest one I've ever had may have been about 12 pounds, but it was a single ram lamb. The red and white one weighed 9 pounds, 14 ounces, so they were pretty big ram lambs. And I actually owe 2 people ram lambs this year, one of which was the person who did our biosecurity testing for us and drew blood on all of our sheep and gave me the vials, and she did it free of charge. So she's like, hey, if I do this for you, could you get me a breeding ram for this fall? One of these rams that was just born will probably end up with her. And then the other situation was a young individual purchased 2 bred ewes. They were exposed from me. They were aged ewes, so they should have been good moms. And one of them gave birth to twins, and they were fine and they were healthy, and the other one only gave birth to a single. And of course she was bred earlier, so the flushing process was not done as it should have been done, as I do with the rest of my sheep, and that sheep only had a single, and then the lamb ended up dying. Now, it was during a cold time of the year, but there's no reason that mama shouldn't have been able to raise that lamb, because I know that it was dried off, and it's not that it froze to death. It didn't have hypothermia. Supposedly the sheep laid on it, whatever. I felt bad for her, so I told her that I would loan out a ram to her because the only sheep that she has are my sheep, so there's no biosecurity concern with that. And that will probably be one of the February lambs that was born on February 2nd, because she wants 100% registered. So, and those ram lambs are 100% registered. The other one is actually already sold to a guy in Maine. He's going to come pick them up the end of April. We're just over here doing our thing, and those little black and white Holstein-looking lambs are doing phenomenally, which isn't really a surprise, because their mom's she's very standoffish. She doesn't like me. She's never been my pet, and her lambs are the exact same way. You try to go up to them, and they're like, get away from me, and running in the opposite direction. But they are adorable little ewe lambs, so if anyone is looking for some adorable little cow-looking Katahdin sheep, I can hook you up. All right, time to go get the ham going or finished and get the rolls in the oven.